everybody. You know, the cooler weather means that it is chili season, and while there is a million different ways to make chili, I'm going to be showing you a very easy, simple, basic recipe that I know you're gonna love. So let's get started. Here's what you're gonna need. 1 pound of beef, 20 ounces of tomato soup, half a cup of beef broth, 2 tablespoons of chili seasoning, 1 can of pinto beans, 1 green bell pepper, 1 red bell pepper, 1 onion, shredded cheese, and sour cream. Okay, so the first thing I did was I already browned my hamburger. Now, one of the things that I like to do is while I'm cooking my hamburger, I like to go ahead and season that with a little bit of my chili seasoning, just so that way the flavor is in the hamburger itself. Then you're going to drain the grease off of that, put that to the side. Now in the pot that I'm gonna make the chili in, I've got a little bit of olive oil already heated up, and I'm gonna go ahead and add my onions and my peppers in the pot, and we're gonna saute those up until the onions are translucent. So that's when you know they are cooked and ready to go, is they'll go from this white color to more of a yellowy, transparent look. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind while you're sauteing the peppers and the onions is you want to keep a very close eye on it. It does not take long from this to go from cooked to burnt, and you want your chili to taste fantastic, not like you've cooked it for too long. So make sure to keep a very close eye on that. All right, so once the vegetables are cooked, then you're going to add your meat into the pot. Stir that up. And then we're gonna go ahead and add our soup. So we've got 2 cans of tomato soup here. Now, if you're going to add just tomato soup, that's great. It's gonna be a real nice thick chili. So it's gonna be great for, especially if you like to dip corn chips in your chili, then that is gonna be fantastic. You don't need the beef broth if you like it nice and thick. Now, if you do want your chili to be a little bit on the thinner side, then go ahead and add your beef broth to the mix. Now, depending on how thick or thin you want this dish will depend on how much beef broth you use. I'm adding about 1/4 cup is what I'm adding into mine, but you can always add a little bit more if that's not thin enough for you. We're gonna add our beans into the mix. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add in the rest of our chili seasoning. Now, how much chili seasoning you use is completely up to you. If you like to have a really flavorful or really spicy chili, then pour that seasoning right on in. If you want it to have a more mild flavor, then go ahead and reel back on the chili seasoning. It is 100% up to you. This is where cooking is an art, not a science. Looks like this is ready to go. So the last thing that you need to do is grab a bowl and a ladle, pour some into the bowl. And of course, you can always add on whatever toppings you want. If you want some crackers, that is great. Or if you want some sour cream, you can add some sour cream to the top of it. And my favorite is some cheese, so just sprinkle that on top and enjoy. Cooking with Kaitlyn is sponsored by Hy-Vee. If you make this recipe at home, make sure to reach out to me on email or social media and tell me what you think.